Good day everyone. So, today mag-answer tayo ng service transactions. So, ang ginagamit nating book is ito, Basic Accounting by Win Balada, Susan Balada, and 27th edition siya. So, we are on page 107. Okay, so page 107, problem number 11. So, let's start. Sabi dito, Nelson Daganta formed Deliseo Signages on October 1, 2024. He deposited $250,000 in GE Money Bank under the name of the new business entity. During the month of October 2024, the following transactions occurred. So ayan yung mga transactions natin from October 2 to 31. So ang gagawin natin, we will be journalizing yung mga transactions one by one. So let's start on October 1. Sabi dito, nag-deposit daw siya ng 250K in GE Money Bank under the name of the new business entity. So, pag nag-deposit si owner ng money sa bank, this is an investment. So, i-record natin siya as capital. So, let's start on October 1. So, we have here, teka lang, usin ko lang ha. Here, date, description, debit, and credit. So, October 1, 2024, that was 10. 10/1/24. So, sabi, nag-deposit ng 250K. So, ibig sabihin, nag-deposit siya ng cash. So, let's record cash. Ngayon, kasi investment siya ni owner, i-record natin siya as Nelson Daganta Capital. Pwede nyo rin gamitin Daganta Capital, di ba? 250K. Okay, let's move on sa number 2, October 2. Ang sabi dito, acquired a service vehicle in the amount of 195,000 on account. So, ibig sabihin, bumili daw siya ng service vehicle. Ewan ko, truck ba yun? Sasakyan? Oo. In the amount of 195K. Pero sabi dito, on account. Pag sinabing on account, it means utang. So, pag nag-record tayo ng ganyan, it will be debit on vehicle kasi nakakuha tayo ng vehicle. However, nagkaroon tayo ng utang. So, it will credit accounts payable. That was 195,000. Next. On October 3, acquired supplies for cash, 57,000. O kung bumili daw siya pala. Ano ba yan? Bumili siya ng supplies. So, we put the date. 10/3/24. Pag bumili siya ng supplies, syempre, nagkaroon siya ng supplies. So, yun ang de-debit natin. Supplies. O ano ba kasi ang debit? Debit yung pumasok. Ngayon, may lumabas. Ang sabi doon, acquired supplies for cash. Ibig sabihin, binayaran niya ng cash, hindi siya utang. So, pag may pumasok na supplies, may lalabas na cash. Siyempre, magbabayad tayo, di ba? So, it's 57,000. Yan. Let's move on to October 9. Ang sabi dito, receive 80,000, ano ba yan? Receive 87,500 cash for signs painted. Meron na siyang pininturan. Basta painted, yon. Meron siyang pinaint na sasakyan. Paano yan? Diseo signages. Basta, nagkaroon siya ng parang income na yan. So, nag-receive daw siya ng cash. That was on October 9, before, nag-receive siya ng cash. Tayo naman ang nag-receive ng cash ngayon. Anong pumasok? Cash. Yun ang i-debit natin kasi meron na-receive na cash. Ano yung cash? Di ba revenue natin yun? Kasi we are service. So, it's either we use revenue or service revenue. Pero para specific, we'll be using service revenue. We'll be debiting 87,500. Crediting 87,500. Next, let's go with number 10. Paid the month's rent 25,000. Nagbayad daw ng utang. Utang. Hindi, upa. Nagbayad siya ng upa. Pag nagbabayad tayo ng upa, we will be debiting rent expense. Kasi, ang upa, expense yan. And then, nagbayad daw. So, nagbayad tayo, may lalabas na cash. That was 25,000 pesos. Okay? Next na. On October 11, painted signs for Cagayan Mobile on account, 170,000. Ayan, nag-render siya ulit ng service. Nag-paint daw siya ng signages para kay Cagayan Mobile. Kaso, ang sabi dito, on account. Always remember pag sinabing on account, utang yan. So, hindi tayo ang may utang, gaya ng October 2. Si customer ang may utang. So, paano natin i-record yan? Pag si customer ang may utang, that was 10, 11, 24. Pag si customer ang may utang, we will be debiting accounts receivable. Ngayon, anong ipapares natin? We will be crediting service revenue kasi nga nag-render tayo ng service. How much? That was 170,000 pesos. Okay. Now, let's move on October 12. Sabi dito, paid 55,000 on account from October 2. Okay. So, di ba nung October 2, bumili tayo ng service vehicle at hindi natin binayaran kasi nga inutang natin. That was 195,000 pesos. Ngayon, magbabayad tayo ng 55,000. Ibig sabihin, mababawasan yung utang natin. So, paano natin i-record yan? So, let's put the date first. So, babawasan natin yung utang natin. So, ito. This was on October 2, di ba? Nag-record tayo ng accounts payable na 195,000. Ngayon, babawasan natin yan. Paano bawasan ang naka-credit? Di ba? Naka-credit siya. Pag babawasan natin to, we will be debiting it here. So, we will be debiting accounts payable. Magkano ulit? 55,000. And then, di ba sabi dito, nagbayad tayo. So, ibig sabihin, may lumabas na pera. So, we will be crediting cash of 55,000. pesos. Okay? So, let's move on to number 16. Withdraw 25,000 for personal use. O, nag-withdraw daw si owner. Nag-withdraw siya ng pera. This was 10, 16, 24. Paano natin i-record yan? Pag nag-withdraw si owner ng pera, we will be debiting Nelson Daganta withdrawal. So, basically, itong number ay itong transaction on October 16 is actually an owner withdrawal. So, ayun nga, ganyan sabi ko, we will be debiting Nelson Daganta withdrawal. How much? That was 25,000. Ngayon, anong i-credit natin? Siyempre, pag nag-withdraw tayo, merong lumalabas na cash. So, we will be crediting cash. Okay, so, okay, let's move on to October 23. Collected 35,000 from Cagayan Mobile. So, this is basically collection of receivable. Asan yung Cagayan Mobile? O, tingnan nyo yung October 11. Sabi dito, painted signs for Cagayan Mobile on account. So, ito is utang ni customer. Utang niya sa business. It's 170,000. Ngayon, nagbayad daw siya ng 35,000. So, anong magiging effect nun? Mababawasan yung utang niya na 170,000. Ngayon, paano natin i-record yan? So, let's go on 10/23/2024. Pag nagbayad si customer, meron tayong marireceive na cash. Siyempre, pera. Ngayon, pag nag-receive tayo ng cash, ibig sabihin, mababawasan yung utang ni customer natin. So, we will be crediting accounts receivable. Magkano ulit? 35,000. Next, we go on October 27. Paid salaries of 57,000 for the month. Oh, ayan. Meron siyang employee kasi may salaries eh. So, nagbayad daw siya ng sahod ng mga empleyado niya or ng mga workers niya. So, let's record it. October 27, 2024. Pag nagbayad tayo ng sahod ng empleyado natin, that was an expense. So, we will be recording debiting salaries, expense. O pag nagbayad ka, anong lumalabas? Siyempre, bibigyan mo sila ng pera. So, we will be crediting cash. Magkano? 57,000. Okay. So, next, we'll move on. October 30. Ang sabi dito, paid Bayantel 7,500 for communication services for the month. O, ayun, so communication services. Ano kaya yan? Telephone ba yan? Bayantel? Okay, so let's record. That is 10:30. Communication services. That was an expense. So, we will be debiting communication expense. O nagbayad daw. So, ibig sabihin, cash. Cash. Binayaran niya ng cash. That was 7,500. Next. Oy, patapos na tayo. October 31 na, end of the month. Paid a bill from Ad Asia for 5,500 for advertising for the month. O ano yung advertising? Alam niyo naman siguro yan. Patalastas. Ano pa? Marketing yan, pang marketing. To attract customers. So ano yan? That was an expense. So, paano ulit mag-record ng expense? Lagi niyong tatandaan, pag nagre-record kayo ng expense, always debit yung expense. Kung mapapansin nyo, dito sa October 10 rent expense, naka-debit yan. Dito sa 27, naka-debit din yan, expense. Ayan, naka-debit din to. So, ibig sabihin, we will be debiting again, advertising, expense, and we'll be crediting cash. Siyempre, nagbayad tayo, may lumabas na pera. So, that was 5,500. Basta wag niyong kakalimutan, pag sinabing debit, ito yung pumasok sa company. Pag sinabing credit, ito yung lumabas. So, this was our journal entries for problem number 11.